Does the Bible have anything to say about an inconvenient truth? You may remember the former Vice President of the United States, Al Gore, traveling around telling people that the world was basically going to come to an end. It was a disaster waiting to happen because we human beings were spoiling the planet, producing far too much carbon dioxide, which was going to create a massive greenhouse effect that was going to warm the world up so that all the ice caps melt, flooding everywhere, terrible disasters. And what's happened to it? In 10 years since he was giving those talks, we found out that the earth has actually got cooler. And because they recognize that, they no longer talk about global warming anymore. They talk about climate change, but still say that this is the fault of human beings. So they can actually accommodate the idea, they believe now, of Earth getting colder, but it's all caused by human beings, us naughty human beings providing carbon dioxide, which is, let's face it, a greenhouse gas. We need it in the atmosphere to keep warmth, but it's not as significant a greenhouse gas as the water vapor that's there in much larger quantities. There are many scientific problems with the whole environmental idea, the whole Al Gore message of an inconvenient truth. But actually, the concept that human beings are going to change the seasons and the climate of the world is actually directly opposed by the Bible, which has something to say on the subject. In Genesis 8:22, after the flood, immediately after the flood, God says, "While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease." Of course, we have to be good stewards of the environment. Of course, pollution is not a good thing. But the concept that natural gases that humans are contributing to could actually damage the climate before God's time, before God has decided to do these things, is unbiblical. The seasons are going to last as long as God decides that they are going to last, and while the earth remains. It might be an inconvenient truth for some climatologists and environmentalists to believe God's word, but God's word is true, and that should be our starting point for everything we believe.